Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for the AI Spotlight. This week we are talking about opportunity. And I was trying to think, what type of opportunities do I want to talk about today? I'm going to talk about opportunities in all of these trainings, all of these masterclasses, all of these meetings that you've been having, and how to pull the opportunities from them using Notebook LM, now known as Gemini Notebook. So without further ado, let me share my screen. And hopefully this is big enough so you can see it. And as you can see, I use Notebook LM, aka Gemini Notebook now, on a regular basis. Now, instead of bringing in something new, I'm going to show you a few things that I've already done because I use this all the time. And I'm going to show you different ways that you can use it to pull out opportunities. So when you think about attending those meetings, right? And you think about, well, I wanted to be present, but I was so busy taking notes that I missed half of what was going on. We have all these AI tools now, right? We have, Fathom, we have Read, we have Zoom's notebook or transcriber, all these transcribers that are out there. So all of these meetings that you're going to, you can have transcribed, right? And if you're in other meetings where they're putting up replays, sometimes they have the transcript, sometimes they don't. If you don't have a transcription, you can also pull in the media file, and Gemini Notebook will actually read that as well to extract things from it. So what kind of things can build opportunities? Here's something that I did. One of my programs that I did was one of my AI Marketing for Business VIP sessions, okay? And this is just a random one that I pulled out of here. And we were talking about the 5 questions for high vibration sales conversions. Now, all I did was upload the transcript. And from that, the first thing I did was I created an executive summary that broke down all of the pieces of everything that we talked about. And it put all this information in here. Where's my opportunity there? My opportunity there is, wow, you know what? There's stuff that comes out of my mouth during meetings that I don't have documented anywhere. And they're great processes. They're great tips. Maybe I could use them for a Friday freebie. Maybe I can use them for posts. Maybe I can use them someplace else. Guess what? It just created a document for me that I can now go and pull the information from. Instead of me typing it all up, it actually pulled it from the transcript. Now, on top of that, see all these things over here. Let me see if I can make this just a little bit bigger. All these things over here. We can make short video overviews. We can make an audio overview, a slide deck, a video overview, a mind map, reports, flashcards, quiz, infographics, data tables. So if I said, you know what, I already did a mind map of this. What does a mind map do? It says, here's all the things that we talked about. And if you click on here, here's all the stuff that we talked about there. If we talk about this breakthrough session framework that we were talking about, session outcomes, you can see there's more stuff there. And it gave me literally the step-by-step flow chart for everything that I just talked about. How cool is that? What are the opportunities there? The opportunities are now you can take that and use it in your marketing. There's so many different things that you can do here. So let's go to a different one here because this has multiple topics. In one of my recent Ascent VIP meetings with my VIP clients, we talked about lead magnets and having that entrepreneurial mindset. And so what we did, I always do a briefing summary. We talked about the psychological foundation, brain decluttering, some of that, mastermind support and VIP perks. We talked about lead magnet architecture. Now, when we started talking about that stuff, I said, wow, this sounds like some great stuff. So what can I do? I can create an infographic from this. So as you can see, I'm generating an infographic. Now, this was a couple different topics, so let's just see what it creates for this infographic, and you'll see how fast it does it as well. So again, if you're in, maybe you're in an AI training course, maybe you're in a business course, maybe you're in a networking meeting where you have the transcript from the networking meeting and you want to summarize all of those people you have to follow up with, guess what? You can run a report here right in Gemini Notebook, and it will give you all the people that you talk to and all of the people you need to follow up with based on the transcript. So say you take the transcript and you downloaded the chat. So if you go to a networking meeting and you have that transcript because you use Notebook LM or Read or Otter or something like that, you've got a transcript, and you copy and paste the chat at the end of the meeting, because you know everybody puts their contact information into the chat, right? Now you just add those two sources in here, because you can add a bunch of sources in here. And you can create that report for you on who you're going to follow up with. How cool is that? Talk about opportunity. So all of your missed opportunity from your networking meetings that you were like, oh yeah, that meeting was like 3 weeks ago now. If I follow up now, it just seems like way too long. You can follow up right away, or have your VA follow up right away, or set out an email campaign, or do something like that, because now you have all the information. And by the way, don't email people, just don't blast email people from a networking meeting. That's not right unless you have their permission. Let's be clear about that. So here we go. Lead magnet marketing ecosystem. Here's what it created. So it just pulled the lead magnet stuff. From invisible to authority. Wow. Check this out. I talk about the consumer awareness guide, creating long tail domains. Why is my business invisible.com? That was one of my clients who owns that domain. Why is my business invisible.com? She is getting ready to publish her, one of my VIPs is getting ready to publish her new lead magnet. The 4-step unicorn attachment, unicorn factor. I'm so excited about this. Grab attention, spark interest, provide massive value, call to action. Check this out. This is a great piece that I could take and use for marketing, for other things. And it has everything right in there. And I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything extra. It was so simple. Maybe I'm kind of curious. Let's see what it will do. Let's see how it makes a slide deck. It will also generate slide decks for you. So if you're doing something, maybe you have a masterclass that you're doing, and at the end of it, you say, you know what? That was like a verbal thing. I didn't have a slide deck. It was all face. I'd really like to create a slide deck to go with that. You can upload the transcript into here, and now in minutes, you have a full slide deck with all of the information that you can take, and then, you know, if you want to make changes to it or whatever, you can do whatever you need to it. You add your own photos. It's going to create the slide deck and put its own stuff in it because, well, I haven't given it anything extra. As you can see down here, I can actually go in here and tell it to do something. I can go out into different pieces here. I don't want to do it right now. It's in the middle of generating a slide deck. I can go out and tell it very specifically what I want it to do. This is actually one of my all-time favorite AI tools is Google Notebook, because there's so much you can do with it. And literally all you need is a transcript or a document, or, you know, how many PDFs have you downloaded with information that you said, wow, that's great information, but there's no way that I'm going to read this whole document? You could upload it here and just tell it to do one of those infographics. It'll summarize the whole thing and make it into a little picture perfect. And you could just, these are the key points that I needed to know from there. Cool. All done. If you're a visual person, this is huge, especially if you're getting a bunch of text and you're a visual person. Make it into an infographic, because now it will help you that much more. So I use it on a regular basis for doing my notes from meetings. When I do my masterclasses, I take the transcript from the masterclass and I create that summary report so that I can give it out to the participants so that they, if they didn't get a chance to attend and they subscribed for the replays, then they can just, instead of watching the whole hour, hour and a half masterclass, they can just download the PDF summary and go, okay, this is everything that she talked about. And oh, these are cool key points. I need to pull this out, pull this out, pull this out. Easy peasy, so much easier, and such added value for your audience. So we'll finish up with this one here. It's just about done because I want to show you exactly how this does this and why it is just, to me, the coolest tool ever when it comes to all of this information that's being thrown at us every single day that we don't know what to do with. This actually helps you tremendously to pull out the opportunities. Maybe it's content opportunities. Maybe it's follow-up opportunities. Maybe it's ideas from that masterclass where you said, I didn't have time to, really take notes and do stuff, but I did have my Read AI or my Fathom or my transcript provider here, transcript AI tool, captured everything. You can just pull it into here, run that. That one's a report. This one here, it's basically a briefing doc. So that's what it's called. And you can just go in there and in 5 minutes, you have a complete summary of everything that was talked about in that meeting, whether it was they were talking about tools or if they gave out not email, but URLs for tools that they were talking about and all that kind of stuff, all that stuff that you go back later and go, what was that thing that you talked about? If you use this tool, it will give you all of that in that briefing doc. And then you've captured it. You have it. It saves you so much time. So again, I absolutely love this tool. I am stalling, waiting for this slide deck to finish up, and then we'll wrap it up. But I do want to show you just how this works. So it's a slide deck, so it does take a little bit longer. And it should be coming up anytime soon now because we should be so close. But again, all these different things. Audio overview is amazing. I'll tell you, when I had when I first published my Unicorn Factor book, there used to be, and I don't think they still have it here, or maybe it's under here. Again, it may be under here. I don't want to click on it right now because it's doing this. But on audio overview, I'm pretty sure it's there. You can basically have them set up with their voices. And so it was a male and a female voice. And I gave them the transcript of my book. And I said, can you go out and create an interview talking about the book and why people should read it? And it did. It created an entire podcast around my book. That wasn't real people. It was all AI. And it sounded pretty good. It had some things that were maybe not quite right. It didn't sound too AI. It sounded pretty good. But at the same time, it was something that if somebody said, well, why should I, read your book? I could give them an infographic. I could give them a link to the audio. I could give them all kinds of different things to make it so that they could easily get the information that they were looking for. This should be done by now, and it could be my computer, so I'm going to hit refresh just to see if it's actually done. Nope, it's still working on it. All right, we are stalling for this to be done. I thought it'd be done by now. It's probably my computer, by the way. Probably my computer that has it taking its time because I can hear my fan over there on my laptop chugging away. And usually these take 2-3 minutes tops to finish up. But again, we can have flashcards. We can have that audio. We'll go over here just to see if it'll open it up. I don't know if it will while it's doing that. Nope, it's going to try to do that at the same time. So I don't know if it'll let me. It won't actually let me stop it. So now it's doing two things. So it will give you all of these different things. We'll wrap this up. We're a little over time now. So all I want to do is point out how to use Gemini Notebook, Gemini Notebook. I'm so used to calling it Notebook LM, formerly known as Notebook LM. Gemini Notebook to unlock opportunities that you might be missing, because our subject this week is all about opportunities. And this tool is brilliant for so many things, especially for opportunities. Again, one of the best things you can do with this is when you go to those networking meetings, upload your transcript, upload the chat. You'll have all the follow-up information there. Easy peasy follow-up. Don't lose the opportunities that are sitting in front of you when you have this tool that can help you make it so simple. So that's what I've got for you this week. He's still, I think I still hear him chugging around. He's going to keep working on that. But that's what I got for you this week. We'll talk to you next time. Go out and try it. Google Notebook. It's free to use, and you can do so much with it. That's what I got for you. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.